Okay, this is John Smolnick with Clearpoint Construction. I'm on the roof of 7015 West 23rd Street, St. Louis Park. This is what I'm seeing on the roof. If it was my house, this definitely warrants placing a claim for storm damage, and I'll show you why. First thing, when you come up here, I get off the ladder. There are some, when I drag chalk across this aluminum, see these little indentations? That's consistent with hail. And we don't need a catastrophic event to compromise these aluminum gutters. It's a very thin gauge. Insurance states in the policy direct physical damage. These are seamless gutters. I can make the argument that those were damaged as a result from hail. If you look right here in the valley, you can see there's hail indentations here where I've chalked. And up here as well. When hail collides with the asphalt or metal, it creates a very unique signature. That's not a hammer strike because it would be more of a crease. There'd be a line in it. This is an indentation. Hail collides, it explodes on contact, leaving this dimple. Not to mention the turtle vents. Pretty obvious. They're hammered. Completely hammered. This would be a pretty easy argument to make that hail has come through here. Making the argument that hail's come through here, that's one thing, but then making the argument that the shingles in the field have been compromised as a result. This right here, consistent with a hail strike. The stone drives these decorative, or the hailstone collides with the matting, the shingle, drives these decorative stones into the matting. After time it sloughs off, leaving this crater. That's what the adjuster is going to want to see. Again, just things around here that I'm seeing on this roof. Caulk around the turtle vent, not necessary, because it's sitting on top of the shingles below it, so any water that would get underneath the turtle vent is going to fall in the face of these shingles and exit off. That is not a correct way to fix a pipe boot. It might have been just the homeowner doing his due diligence to find out some kind of remedy. This lead boot here, compromised. Water is getting in between the sewer stack and this lead boot. Water is getting into the home here. Shingles right here are separating. It looks like this might be potential wind damage where it's been lifted at one point and then resettled. I would point that out to the adjuster, make that argument. Same thing here. You can see where it's kind of separating. Here we've got a tore shingle. Right here, more obvious, where it looks consistent with a wind event, where it's gotten underneath there at one point, loosened them, and then laid them back down. A good indication of hail right here. This is not good. Needs the boot on top. It's missing. Water is getting right in there. Nail pops here. Nothing insurance related, but that would be taken care of, obviously. And then in the valley metal here, and hits all over this slope. Again, the turtle vents. Good damage here. It looks like there was an old, maybe this is damage from a tree or something, because I do see a broken limb. And there is scuffs here consistent with tree scraping. But this might have been a vent, although it seems kind of odd why you'd pull out a vent if it's not needed. But it's just kind of doughy underneath those shingles, so I don't know if there's substrate. But good damage here. If this was my house, I would place a claim. I'd meet the adjuster out here and see if we can get insurance to pay for it. We do the work for the insurance proceeds. The only out-of-pocket expense to the policyholder is their deductible, and we'll go on with an architectural shingle like that, GAF. Chimney, there should be a cricket here because it's wider than 30 inches. That's code. Insurance would pay for that. Chimney cap is beginning to spald a little bit. Hail indentations, damage consistent with hail. This is good damage. Good damage to show. Looks like you got some nail pops here. The brackets are beginning to pop up here. If I got these gutters replaced, we secure the gutters in by going through the fascia, so you won't have that dilemma. And just more issues here with this. Nail pop, more spalding. The mortar breaking free. And we would redo this, the chimney flashing. I think you got a good claim here. I mean, it's hard to kind of give this a definitive time frame as to how long it could last, because you've got issues right here. I mean, could it start leaking tomorrow? Could it last another 5 years? It's kind of hard to say. I don't know, 3 years, maybe. It's time for this roof to be addressed, though. Ridge is kind of kittywampus here. But that's the route I'd go. Okay, this is getting long-winded. But John, with ClearPoint, feel free to give me a jingle with any questions. I can be happy to go over it with you. Yeah, you're in the valley. You can see those indentations, just how the sun is on there. If I got to pull, I can make the argument, if I have to pull up this valley, I touch both sides of that slope, compromising these shingles because they're 15 plus years old. This whole slope's got to go. This whole slope's got to go. I could get this one tied into damage, and we're talking 75%. Typically, with most insurance companies, we can get them to cover the whole roof. Okay.